Okay, so let me just welcome everybody. I'm Sally Lipsky from Plant-Based Pittsburgh. And today we have another Sally as our presenter. Sally Malanga, she has a Pittsburgh connection, which she's going to tell you about. But she's going to really have a converse with us about her business, Ecco. And if you would remain on mute and then just post in the chat if you have a question. When she's finished with her PowerPoint, then we'll just open it up to more chatting and questions. And everybody who signed up, yes, you will get the recording and the coupon code tomorrow. Okay, so Sally, welcome. This is a real honor to have you here.
Thank you very much, Sally, and thank you to Plant-Based Pittsburgh. I'm happy to make the introduction with all of your fine members, and I dug out my Pittsburgh history to share with the group. This little boy here is my father, Jack Liner, or he used to be called, I guess, Jackie Rothschild. And this is my great-grandfather, Sally Rothschild, and other members of the family, my grandmother, great aunts and uncle. They were bakers in Bremen, Germany, looking for a way out. And my great-grandfather, Sally Rothschild, read in the local newspaper of a Pittsburgh baker who wanted to switch bakeries and move to Hitler's Germany in 1938, which is very strange to all of us. I don't know who that person was. And but it enabled my family to flee Germany with next to nothing, coming here by ship, and landing in Squirrel Hill, where they got a bakery that was not as nice as the one they left behind in Bremen. They were fancy bakers, pastry shop owners, but they did what they had to do. My father there, he told me he used to jump around in the flour in the basement of the bakery, and then they would spin him around in the big steel drums that they would use to make dough. So, it worked out in the end. And you can see the bakery was sold in 1943 and changed to Silberberg. So I don't know if anybody knows it. That's the address on Murray Avenue. And then, of course, it closed in 1981. But that is how we were able to come to America, and that I was born in the safety of this country. And I wonder if this is the influence. I'm named for a man who saved the family, and now I run around saving animals and plants and doing all the kind of work to help make our society more compassionate. So here's me. I'm a graduate at NYU in economics and classical history. I'm a vegan. I'm a board member of Friends of Animals, national nonprofit, for over 20 years. And my motto is that we protect every living being's right to happiness. And if you look, I am standing in the pollinator garden that I created in the back of my house. One day I looked out at that lawn and I said, nope, we can't have this lawn anymore. We need to feed the bees and the butterflies. So we ripped up a big portion of the lawn and we created a beautiful, huge pollinator garden with over 50 species of plants, from milkweed to golden ragwort, which you see here. And of course, there is an evil herbivore lurking in our garden, and they're allowed. It's not a problem. They're adorable. And we use this garden to educate students who come work in it all summer long. And we give away lots of plants to our neighbors so that they can also spread the joy of having their own pollinator garden at their house too. And this garden is now listed on the Homegrown National Network. So that's a site that is keeping a record of all the home pollinator gardens so that we can help facilitate biodiversity one by one without having to wait for government action. So it's a great program. So I founded Ecco Bella. It's a wellness company. We create advanced vegan science, skincare, and dietary supplement products. Really just going to talk to you about our vegan supplement products. So, because otherwise it would take hours for me to explain everything we do to you. But if you are interested in learning more, you can have your own private consultation by going to our website and signing up for a complimentary consultation about whatever your skin care needs are. If you're a man, a woman, doesn't matter, teenagers, any age, we're happy to help you improve the biggest organ of your body. It's not fabric, it is the biggest organ that is the barrier to everything that's out there, toxins and regulating your temperature, helping your nervous system function, and that's why your skin is such an important organ. So what is the problem? What am I working on here? Businesses have to solve problems. And we calculated that the beauty and supplement industries are some of the world's largest purchasers of slaughterhouse products. And what are those? Collagen, elastin, those are proteins. Gelatin is a protein. Of course, that's Jell-O. Great marketing, making people think their nails are going to be stronger if they drink Jell-O or eat Jell-O. It's not true. Tallow for candles, milk proteins, and a lot more. And if you add to that, what they find in a lot of personal care products are the PFAs, the forever chemicals, which are the flame retardants that got sprayed on all the fabrics and get sprayed during fire drills and fire containment. So there's heavy metals, there's plastic microbeads. You know, you got to look below the surface to see what's going on in all consumer products. And that's something I do as a skeptic and an activist. I look to see what's going on and how we can do it better. So why do we even need plant-based products? This is new information that's coming out now. This gentleman, Salish Rao, he and his group of climate healers are vegans. They attend all the COP climate negotiations that happen every couple of years. They bring a huge blow-up cow with them to get attention, and they demand that these climate conferences not serve animal products. So it seems that all these negotiators are there eating eggs and hamburgers and fried chicken and whatnot. And this gentleman is there to tell them that 87% of greenhouse gas emissions is coming from animal agriculture. And this is something that is relatively new information. Everyone always thinks about climate change being caused by the burning of coal and oil, but that seems to be nothing compared to the raising of animals, the water usage, the deforestation, the waste that comes from animal agriculture that is essentially killing the planet. So one of the problems we have is marketing companies who sell products make consumers believe in something that isn't true. So right now it's all the rage for people to eat this collagen powder, and you see it everywhere, right? It's in the drugstore, it's in the health food store, it's in the supermarket, it's these big tubs of powder. And people believe if they eat it and drink animal bone broth, they'll have wrinkle-free skin and improved joint health. And this is false. It's all marketing. So I have a young lady that I was working with, and I asked her what she thought about this. She says, oh, I have collagen powder. I mix it in my coffee every morning. And she believes she has to do it because it's going to help her, but it's not. So where does the collagen even come from? People don't realize. If they do, they will be disgusted. It comes from the skin and bones of cows, pigs, chickens, and fish. And the funny thing is, it's not really funny, but the fact of the matter is, if you think about it, you don't eat collagen and then your body says, oh, that's collagen, I'm going to put it in the wrinkles of this person's face. No, the body digests it, breaks it down into all its component amino acids, and then deposits it anywhere. It could deposit it in your toes, in your tush. It could go anywhere. So, and then your body reuses it to create whatever it's going to create in your system. So, and here is some verification about what I am saying. So, Time Magazine, science can't even explain why everyone is drinking bone broth and eating collagen powder. And this gentleman, Dr. William Percy, professor, University of South Dakota, says the human gut breaks down and absorbs the food we eat. Collagen is actually a pretty poor source of amino acids. So there he is, myth busting, and we appreciate it. So what is breaking down your collagen? Let's talk about it. Collagen is a protein, and it's supposed to be very nice, have nice straight strands in your skin. That makes your skin nice and smooth. And you can see from this person's face here, when it starts to be like a tic-tac-toe board, that means your collagen is cross-hatching. And so what happens is you're losing that firmness, that structure of your skin. And what is causing it? Something called advanced glycation end products. And this is when people eat protein or fat with sugar, and it creates these compounds that are formed that break down the collagen. So ironically, eating browned meat causes your collagen to break down. And of course, the sun beating down on you all the time also is a huge problem. But I will talk to you a little bit more about that. So we have a solution. So our solution to this, so we developed a product called NutriChic. It's a cute little name. So we're saying, well, you can steal collagen from an animal and waste it because you're just ingesting it. It's not becoming collagen in your body. It's just being broken down and used as protein, and not even a good protein. Or you can help your body build its own collagen. I like that idea so much more. So I'm a very big researcher, and I got in touch with companies that could help us make a product that would help people build more of their own collagen, and it could compete with these other products that don't work as well and also are causing harm to animals. And here's a little bit of interesting science about it. So I fell in love with this ingredient called astaxanthin. Now, vitamin C is very necessary for building collagen in your body. So you've got, and most people don't even get enough vitamin C. You know, you really need 1,000 milligrams a day or so. So we've got vitamin C in this product, but something even more interesting. This astaxanthin is 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C. And, you know, your body hates browned meat, right? But it loves colorful nutrients. And the body uses its own natural intelligence to put those nutrients right under your skin. And it becomes a magic shield against the collagen and the general skin degradation that causes wrinkles and skin cancer and general aging that we kind of want to avoid. We want to look good for as long as possible. So what's a better story for being beautiful and having nice plump collagen, using your body's own natural intelligence with these brightly colored, super powerful nutrients, or getting it from the floor of the slaughterhouse. So astaxanthin, it comes from Israel, comes from the desert. I thought this was very cool. This company is on a kibbutz, and all those are tubes in the desert that are producing this sea algae. It's a single cell sea algae, and then when it's in the night time when there's no light shining on it, it's actually green. But during the day, when the sun hits it, it turns red. And that redness, that deeply pigmented color, is what your body craves to put right under your skin. So the astaxanthin that I love so much is part of a family of very powerful nutrients that all build up under your skin. These are called the carotenoids. And if you think of carrot and beta carotene, that's where they get the word carotenoid from. So lutein from marigolds, lycopene from tomatoes, and super vitamin E are all found building up under the skin. So if you think of a carrot, when you eat too many carrots and your skin turns yellow, that is your body's natural intelligence putting that beta carotene right under your skin. And also it puts it in all the parts of you that stick out in the sun. For example, your nose, the skin of your nose is very thin, but if we take a little sample of it, the carotenoids will be there as long as you're eating these kinds of foods. So your nose, your eyes, and your overall skin. And here is a little bit of proof. So this was done in a laboratory. This is skin, someone's arm. And actually, it's more than one person, two people. One person was taking astaxanthin, another person was taking a placebo, and it builds up over time. So it takes 10 weeks for these brightly colored nutrients to really build up under your skin and be that magic shield that we want. So then this person did this for 10 weeks, and their skin in the lab, they made dots and giving them some irradiation, like a little sunburn. And you can see right here, astaxanthin stopped the sunburn. How great is that? And because your skin is a very important part of your immune system, you certainly don't want to subject it to any more than what you need to produce vitamin D. You don't want to be out there baking in the sun because you're also affecting and diminishing your own immune system. And we make things that taste good. It's very important, everything be delicious. You have to enjoy it. You have to want to put it into your routine. So here are some happy people enjoying their bright red Nutri-Chic Magic Shield drink. Now, let's talk about the other thing that we tackled, and that is bone broth. That's another mythological drink. I kind of think about people drinking tiger blood or eating rhinoceros horn. They somehow think that boiling bones and drinking the water is healthy. And I guess part of it is, could be Jewish tradition, other tradition, where, make chicken soup and it's going to cure all of your ills. Well, here is a study. Scientists at King's College Hospital in London took bones, water, and a little bit of vinegar, boiled the bones, just like they were making soup in a traditional way. And here's what they found. Calcium and phosphorus, two important minerals, extremely low. And they determined bone and vegetable broths are not of great nutritional value. Their protein is mainly gelatin. And again, gelatin's not a great protein because it does not have all 9 amino acids. Plus, there's antibiotics, there's lead, there's hormones, and there's cruelty in bone broths. Yet, it is a huge fad right now. So once again, if you look on the label of a bone broth package, you're not going to see a whole lot of minerals or anything that you really think you're supposed to be getting. And yet people, they believe something that isn't true, and that's not helping them. And they're also giving it to their pets, I learned. So, I mean, they want to help their pets, but this isn't doing much for anybody. So I thought about it. I said, well, gee, why can't we make a vegan bone broth? And you know what? I came up with it. And I called it Boon Broth. It's a gourmet alternative to bone broth. And I recommend it to myself. I wanted something warm and restorative and savory as a snack, to get all the benefits that people who are drinking animal bone broth think they're getting, but I really wanted them. I really wanted the benefits. So it fills you up, it tastes good, it's great for pets. It's got 72 trace minerals, it's got 25% of daily calcium compared to next to none in the boiled bones water. And it's got 12 grams of protein too, so it helps you maintain a healthy weight. And it's very filling, and of course, it's very stress reducing. It's relaxing. So it meets all the things I want out of a product, and that's how I create products for my company. I have to like it. I have to want to use it. I have to share it with my friends and family. If they like it, then if it's good enough, then it's good enough for everyone else. I would never sell anything that I don't put my own name on, that I personally wouldn't use myself. The other thing that's kind of interesting, is all of this plastic waste. I don't know if you're like me, but you go to the beach and you bring a bag because you're going to be picking up plastic, straws, and I've even had to pick up hypodermic needles on the beach. But boy, was I mad about that. I'm always picking up trash and I'm sick of it. So why would I want to put more out there? So wherever I can, we choose to push the limit on cradle to grave kind of packaging. So we worked with a vendor on this bag, and it is compostable in a commercial facility. So that's as far as we could get. I think our next round is going to be compostable at home, but we'll see. We can only push as far as someone on the other end is willing to work with us. But, we have a company who blends our formula and packages it for us. And they would not have been doing this unless we pushed them to do it, because they weren't getting enough demand from other companies, other, let's say, supplement companies, to really go full compostable. If it's hard, sometimes businesses won't do it, but we're the kind of business that wants to do the right thing and help the planet. So we pushed hard, we paid more for it, we absorbed the cost, but we got it through their system, and now they know how to use compostable film to make a product like this. So Boon Broth. So I was just curious. I thought about it as, getting people into the vegan, getting into the vegan stream, getting used to the lifestyle, because a lot of people think being vegan is a sacrifice, is a hardship, it's hard, and it really isn't. So one way to get people who are interested in a plant-based lifestyle is for them to replace their animal bone broth with this broth. And I just wanted to take a look and see how this compares to having a plant-based burger. And I looked up the calories. I saw a burger could be up to 1,000 calories. So, you might not want to have that too often. And, 1 cup of Boon Broth is only 80 calories. So you're not going to get fat on this product. And again, it's got to be, everything we make has to be delicious. People have to like it. It has to smell good. So we make delicious things that are healthy for you. And I just wanted to share, where the vegan market is going in terms of vegan products. So you can see it's growing, according to this, 9% a year. We're here 2022. It's about 44 billion of plant-based meat, plant-based dairy, and other. So the meat is the white and the dairy is the orange, and then other things. I guess Boon Broth and NutraChic would be in the blue. And so it should be 161 billion by 2030. But you can see people are adopting this lifestyle. It's good. The market's growing. There's more entries into the market for all kinds of plant-based foods. They're getting healthier, and I find that they taste delicious, most of the things that are coming onto the market. But I don't have the other chart, but I do know that also meat is also growing as well. So we don't want to get too exuberant, and we do want people to switch over. It's the only way we're going to save the planet. And my last slide, it's a business model that all can embrace. We run our company based on the 3 questions. Who do we help? People and animals. Who do we harm? Nobody. How and where does the product get thrown away? And we're getting better and better at that. We're not perfect because we can't make our own packaging. So, but we do our best. But we follow a true health and wellness model that encompasses people, animals, and the planet. So thank you for watching, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, and I've enjoyed speaking with you.
Sally, let's take your, because I have a few comments, but let's stop. This will stop. Yes. Okay. Now I can't do it. Can you stop, get you out of your slide from your end since you got it in? So you want to stop the.
Do you want me to stop sharing?
Yes, stop sharing so that we can see everybody, and there. Okay.
Hi, Judy, Ben, Terry, Donna, Sharon,
these people
Nina.
here. Yes, we're on and off.
Joyce, hello.
Here's what I want to tell you before we open it up to questions and everything. I wrote this in the chat. I love your Boon Broth. It is fantastic. It's delicious. It's convenient. I have it right there on my countertop, and I can throw it in the, as you said, the soup. My go-to. It really is the go, because I'm a soup person.
You know what? You're making a very good point, Sally, because lots of people think if you go vegan, all you do is eat lettuce. And really the way into a great diet, weight management, it's not through salad, it's through soup. you can eat so much soup. It could be so hearty. It's delicious. It slows you down, and it's very filling.
Yeah.
So whether it's this soup or a good lentil soup or a good vegetable soup, it's a great way forward if you want to be healthier and have more energy. And I also want to mention, in terms of people can just, it's just 2 tablespoons and 12 ounces of hot water. So it's a nice big mug. And then you just throw in some, these meltable noodles, like mung bean noodles, rice noodles that just melt right in. And you've got noodles, you don't even have to boil them. And then you can throw in, any vegetables you want, tofu. You can mix miso in with it to give it a little more of a miso soup feeling. There's so much to be done with it. And I believe we did give you some recipes, and we're constantly having chefs make us delicious recipes with the product on our feeds as well.
Wow. So tomorrow, when people tomorrow, I'll send everybody the website and the code. So I was just fascinated by the idea they can go on and get a consultation. I'm going to do that.
Please do. Someone to pay attention to you.
Yeah.
She'll talk to you about your skin, about, if you want to talk about colors, we do colors, because we do non-toxic cosmetics as well. But we're moving more and more into kind of a unisex kind of a theme, because, I want to help men become happier and healthier also.
Right. Yes. So I'm sure you're familiar, and other people who are on here, that the Environmental Working Group, their rating of beauty products. And I used to be everything I bought, I flacked off some, but it's amazing. Once you go on that one, you look at all the endocrine disruptors and cancer, it is scary what we're putting. As you said, our skin's our largest organ. Yeah.
It is true. And I think people have taken it for granted. And this stuff, it sneaks in because chemists just want, they want these formulas that emulsify perfectly, and, heavy metals sneak in various ways, especially in colors. And of course, the supplements, Bone Broth particularly, has been tested, and I saw a study, it shows it has lead. Lead is a forever heavy metal in your brain, so it's just something that's endemic in the environment, and it gets highly concentrated in animal products. Somehow the lead is just floating around out there, and gets into the grass, and the animals eat the grass. It concentrates in their muscles, and they're slaughtered, and then so we eat it all. And of course, you don't see it or feel it, but it's accumulating and making your body have all these quirks. Why isn't this working? Why don't I feel that great? It's just, it's interfering with all the complexity of your body.
Do other people here, if you can unmute yourself, if you have a question or comment, or if you want to put in the chat, I will, read it for Sally. I love that, because I can't pronounce these chemical terms, but that single cell sea algae, that was fascinating to me to see that you could come up with that, and how it's grown in Israel.
Well, yes, and other places as well, but our supplier happens to be in Israel. I just love their story. I love their environmentalism. And, if you think about a flamingo, for example, well, what are they eating? They're standing around eating seaweed. Well, how did they get pink? Well, that seaweed is delivering that astaxanthin to their feathers and their skin. Same with the salmon. Now, when you buy farm-raised salmon, they're giving them synthetic astaxanthin.
Yeah.
which I don't think is very good. And farm-raised salmon has so many other toxins and cruelties involved. And when people order fish in a restaurant or anywhere else, or at a wedding, let's say, you're for sure not getting wild caught. But that pink color and the pink color of a lobster also comes from eating that. So, we imitate what nature does best. And no, we're not going to turn pink, but we will have a nice, healthy complexion from these super powerful nutrients, because they're scavenging the free radicals that are contributing to the breakdown of our cells. And people who follow these kinds of education and this kind of a diet, veganism especially, and then adding these nice delicious supplements to it, you're going to look better for a lot longer.
Yeah.
I was looking at your website, and I do appreciate that you have sample sizes that we can try. So that's pretty cool. Thank you.
Oh, yes. You're very welcome. You can get Boon Broth in a single serve packet. Unfortunately, I must tell you that is not compostable. They could not get that to work, but maybe the next batch. And yeah, the skincare, and the skincare contains all those highly powerful carotenoids, the bright orange, reds, and yellows of lycopene, lutein, and astaxanthin, also in the skincare, so that it's actually delivering it topically as well. So we kind of thought of, the human body as, inside and outside, and we have it all covered.
So somebody asked if you want to tell us what other products that you are have at your company.
Well, we've been around for 20 years. We were one of the United States' first cruelty-free companies, first coming out with color cosmetics. We used to sell it all in Whole Foods, not anymore. Whole Foods went out with their own home brand. So we sell on Amazon, we sell through our own website. And again, yes, we have consultations to help people. So color cosmetics was one of the first things. We eliminated the what I call the red dye number 2 syndrome, with the toxic cherry on your sundae. So we don't use those kinds of colors, although they're very common in vegan lipsticks. So we don't have a vegan lipstick because we're using carmine in some of the colors. Carmine comes from the cochineal insect, it's a beetle. It's been around for 3,000 years. It's not the ideal, but people don't realize that the federal government controls colors, and we can't throw in astaxanthin as our color. They won't let us. It's terrible. So maybe in the future. So we do the best we can to not poison anyone and keep everyone safe and healthy. So color cosmetics, skincare with liposomes. Just briefly, we take the extra step to take these very precious nutrients, encapsulate them in microspheres, which are made from lecithin. It's an extra step. But once you have that, it's a trillion of them. It's so small, a trillion of them will fit on your end of your pinky nail. And those are then put into the creams, which are they're beautiful creams based in organic aloe instead of water, because we believe that you can drink all the water you want for free. I really wanted to give beneficial foundation to a cream by making it out of organic aloe, which is a 3,000-year-old anti-aging plant. And then, of course, putting in the liposomes with all the precious carotenoids. So it's really an excellent topical, I would say, almost a topical supplement as well.
What is, at this point, what would you consider your best seller?
Well, Boon Broth is moving right up there. Boon Broth, our mascara, because it's great for sensitive eyes, and a little mirror on the compact. Our natural foundations are very popular because they're not cakey, and they let your skin breathe, so people really like those. And the NutriSheet, the drink. So I would say.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, people want to make suggestions, and of course, we're happy to listen.
So when I send the coupon code to everybody tomorrow, they're going to get a discount on your products. If you go to your website, they put in the code. Am I correct?
From what I understand, the code was Pittsburgh.
Yes. Yes.
And they get 10%.
Yes.
And then there's so many programs going. There's rewards programs. There's a subscription where you can get discounts. There's we do flash sales all the time. So I don't think anyone ever pays full price for anything, but well, I hope we're making money. It's people can get lots of various rewards and really get products that are functional, wonderful to use, delicious, and help their health inside and out, and get animals out of the game.
Yeah. I mean, I am so impressed here. I am so impressed by the work you've done, but also the depth of knowledge that you have in that intersection of environment, human health, and of course the animal suffering. It's all good. It's wonderful.
I'm happy. Thank you. And I'm happy to share it with everyone. Now you're all knowledgeable, and you can also be spokespeople for clean, non-toxic products, bone broth made without animals. And hey, there's so many great ideas that we can all share with each other and help each other. And I'm happy to do that.
This is wonderful. Is there any other questions here? Get the bone broth, people. Boon broth, I mean.
It's a boon. It'll be a boon to your life. Yes.
And make a boon to your life. Yes. And I'm going to be going on. I made little notes here. Oh, I have mascara. Okay.
So,
I will be
and
having fun too.
Yes, have fun. We're here to have fun and save animals. And I just love Plant-Based Pittsburgh. It just seems like such a great organization. I wish I could learn more about, some of the people on the call, what their goals are. If anyone wants to speak up, tell me what your goals are. I'm happy to discuss them with you.
You are welcome.
You can email me, or you're welcome to email me, Sally@EccoBella.com, or sign up for a consultation. And, we love the personal relations that we have with fellow travelers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this has been very, as I said, inspiring and very informative. So I thank you. And you are certainly welcome to join any of our monthly. We did a cooking demo, Linda Jones on our YouTube, Apple Saturday. Joyce, who's in this event right now, she's going to be doing some desserts in December. Hi, Joyce. And next month, we're going to have another woman doing some a Thanksgiving. So we have themes and we have fun. That's what we're here for.
Yes, and there's so many combinations of the themes of cooking and making things delicious and healthier, making variations on traditional desserts and things. I was talking to Sally before we got started about the family bakery and how one of the things they made was Butterkuchen. And we have the recipe, but as I mentioned to Sally, it's for 200 people at a time because, of course, from a bakery. But it was like tubs of butter, and it makes this butter kugel, I guess. And of course, that could be substituted with vegan butter. It tastes just as good. And everyone will be happy.
Yeah.
And baby cows will go off with their mothers into the sunset, and we'll enjoy a Butterkuchen made with coconut oil or something. So
One other comment I want to make, because you'd mentioned climate healers, and they have a now another program. It's like they're working with called Food Healers, and they're working to resolve this world hunger and heal people. And one of the organizations I'm involved with is called We Did It Health. They're having presentations by the food healers, and I'll see if I can get, if you're interested, people, when I send the email, I'll also send the link to that.
yes, and you know what else you might want to share? This new the world's first vegan cooking competition called Peeled, Peeled, and it just launched. It's September 24th. Boon Broth is a sponsor, and they had 4 vegan chefs competing, you know, in the studio with judges, and they just released I think the second of 4 episodes. So we don't know who's going to win or what's going to happen, but Peeled is, you can watch it on YouTube or Unchained TV, and you know, give them some support and just, you know, watch. They had quite a nice fancy launch in Hollywood with, you know, movie stars and beautiful clothing and lots of vegan food at their big event. It's recommend them as well. That's part of the V Kind app, and great group.
Wow. Okay. I wrote that down.
Yep.
Hey, folks, I want to tell you, just Brittany, who couldn't be with us, but she'll be, Jerudi, one of our local people, she's having her recipe in the spring issue of the Forks Over Knives magazine. She just has her, I was really impressed when she texted a little bit ago.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know what, please, anybody who's on the call or involved with Plant-Based Pittsburgh, we have influencers making recipes. We'll be happy to work with anybody who wants to make recipes of Boon Broth or NutriChic and get it out into the world, get their recipe and their reputation out. We will be happy to do that.
Okay. It's another one I'll write down. Okay.
Okay, so plenty to do.
Plenty to do, and you know, and little by little, we're create a kinder, healthier world. Yes.
Well said. Thank you.
So I guess I will say good night to everybody. Thank you again, Sally, and you'll hear from me. And hey, go on Ecco. You'll have fun. Okay.
Thank you for all the good spirit. So
Bye.
long.
Bye-bye.